This property is going on the market soon, so the client wants it low maintenance. We've tidied up this whole section. We put some extra rocks to bring the garden bed around, weeded, mulched, rocks restacked, sorted out the veggie garden, removed a lot of the trees from around before. All of this has been cleaned up and remulched nice and thick. All those broms that were in here have been cleaned out. That's been mulched all the way through there, cleaned up. It's looking like a really nice entertainment area. Once you could pressure clean the tiles, pressure clean the wall. The big brom's been cleaned up. All the weeds are gone, rock stacked, filled with mulch. Garden cleanup, 𝗕𝘂𝗱𝗄𝗆 downs. We made sure the edging was nice up against the edge of the pool, but we brought it down so there was no corners protruding coming through and then going up into that edge with the stepping stones. And that goes all the way around to the rocks, continues all the way. That'll hold the mulch from going in the pool. And then again, we didn't want any corners sticking up that people are going to nick themselves. So that's gone underneath and gradually come back up. Pruned out all the golden canes. No more fluff on those. They look clean. The palm's gone. Soft landscaping, 𝗕𝘂𝗱𝗄𝗆. We're going to be doing a nice big lawn tidy up, edging, cleaning up the garden. We're putting in a 𝗬𝘂𝗱𝗄𝗆 red core or shapeshifter from 𝗬𝘂𝗿𝗲𝗄𝗆. It's a mild steel, gives it a really nice rustic look. We're pulling out the original mulch, making sure that there's no weeds. Cleaned up the bougainvillea, taking out a few other plants. It's a beautiful home. We'll take some of those palms down later, putting a little edging on here too. The idea is to have something that's long lasting, has good appeal. We want to make sure it's weed matted and a good thick mulch. As you can see here, they've put a nice presentation mulch over the top, but it hasn't stopped weeds coming through. So we're going to be taking all that out, putting down a weed mat and then covering it up. Here we are at 𝗕𝘃𝗄𝗆 doing a cleanup. Property's going on the market. We're just cleaning up the front fascia, getting rid of a lot of the lower limbs that are covering the garden, cleaning all this out and mulching through here. This whole garden will be cleaned out, all that undergrowth, a lot of weeds. All of this will be weeded out, cleaning all this out, tidying all this up. And this is just the front yard. So this full property makeover, all the branches getting cut out. This will all be weeded and mulched. This will all be cleaned up, mulched through this whole garden bed, weeding, weed spray, probably leave the bamboo, tidy up all of this. And then we get out to the back, all of this to clean up. All of this is going to go, get cleaned up. And then right around the back of the pool area, all this will be cleaned up. We'll slash through here, tidy this up. He's getting new turf laid, so there'll all be new grass. Right down through there, all this will be cleaned up. Garden makeover, 𝗕𝘂𝗱𝗄𝗆 downs. We'll be putting steel edging in through here, cleaning out the garden. We'll be moving all the sleepers and putting in the 290 𝗬𝘂𝗱𝗆. We'll give it a bit more room from the pool. We'll take it in a little bit further. So dig all this soil out, pull it out, clean out this garden, give it a good clean. 𝗕𝘃𝗄𝗆 garden soft landscaping makeover. We've chopped down the top of the palm. We'll clear the palm out. This one here, we're putting in the 150mm edging. So it's a little bit high. Apparently we get a lot of water that comes through here, piles up over here, which we'll be putting some stepping stones. I'll show you that. We'll take out one of these trees in the middle, looking a bit sick. Clear out the garden, level it, put out a geofab and tea tree mulch. Well, obviously run the edging first, all the way around. Here we've got a bunch of stepping stones going down. We're going to get this ready for turfing. So putting down some new grass. You can see we've marked out where the edging is going to run around here. So here we're putting in the 100mm edge instead of the 150mm steel edge. And then a couple of steel little boxes going in here with some mulch so they can put some pots in. This beautiful 𝗕𝘃𝗄𝗆 garden had old school rock edging and rocks under the hedges. So we're tidying that up and putting in this 100mm 𝗕𝘂𝗱𝗄𝗆 steel edging. The lawn has grown up into the rocks, which, as you know, is not great for mowing or whippersnippering. The idea here is to have the steel edging keep the rocks in place and the grass grow up to the edge and keep it nice and crisp. It's much easier to maintain, looks clean and tidy. Garden cleanup, 𝗬𝗄𝗆𝗄𝗆. We'll clean up the golden cane a little bit, take a lot of the fluff out, go through here. Obviously a bit of weeding again. Lots of weeds, so we'll pull out everything we can and spray the rest through here. All of these big weeds will come out. The jalapenios have sort of overgrown. Give this citrus tree a bit of a prune. Getting through here is a bit of a hassle. So we'll bring the jalapenios back. Anything sort of overhanging, all the dead stuff coming out. Bit of weeding through here. some of these palm leaves can come out. And then through this garden as well, just give it a bit of a tidy up.
Gutter cleaning for a busy professional in Budrum.
We did our inspection video first, where we basically walk around the property, making sure to find out how heavy foliage is in the gutters. But here we can see the front side of the house, which has no trees or anything. There's no foliage. And as we come up to the gutter, we can start to see where all the leaves and foliage and sticks start to pile up, and gives us a good indication of what's coming up. As we get up closer, that's obviously where a lot of the runoff comes in. And then we get up to the corner, where now we will start to see a lot more build-up coming up to this corner, closer to the bush, closer to the backyard. And then this extends all the way around to the back of the property. This is where we put our extenders on to get up into the valley. This is where the two parts of the roof meet. And generally, the build-up will happen from the corner of the gutter, and it goes right up. So by putting our extenders up and giving it a good scrub, it's actually pretty well baked on. I don't think it's been done for a while, but the machine's powerful enough to suck all that up, but essentially without doing any damage and without blowing anything onto your footpath. You can see that it's nice and easy. All of this is done by GoPro. Definitely a safer option without getting on your roof. Also, clients can see any wear and tear or rust in this case, which we would send to the client. We were able to complete the job mess-free, safely, and very efficiently. Client was super happy. He didn't have to get on the roof and get his hands into the corrugated iron, cutting him, obviously wearing gloves and getting soaked hands and blowing him out and making a mess around the house. And this was an easy way to capture all the debris.
Overgrown gardens stressing you out? Call Lawns Gardens Gutters 0400 88 3637 or lawnsgardengutters.com.